For those on YouTube, the artwork behind this, yes, the
Yeah.
promotional artwork, the production design, we'll get into that. It's a very folk horror aesthetic for those listening,
Yes.
with a very contemporary, almost kind of graphic novel like look to the art, a twist to it. Yeah, if
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fair
yeah.
to say. Because I think we've got a very interesting movie
Yeah.
tonight that was again given to us by Walked In Publicity. Shout out Peter. Check them out, people online. It's called The Lord of Misrule. And sorry, have you heard of it before?
I'd seen bits and pieces of it in the past. The Lord of Misrule, in my experience, was a documentary about Rick Mayall after he passed.
Hmm.
So there's a documentary called The Lord of Misrule, which was about Rick Mayall.
I like that for us, yes. Being the fans we are of that gentleman
Oh yeah.
and his epoch of work and all involved. So it's William Brent Bell.
Yes.
Yes. Orphan First Kill. He's
Yeah.
responsible for that fun piece of work.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a fan of the Orphan movies. What was that compound facility breakout suspense thriller that Walked In Publicity sent to us that the lead orphan herself plays in
Oh.
both films, lead as well? Do you
Oh.
remember the name off the top of your
I
head?
cannot remember the name off the top of my head.
Wasn't it Don Johnson? Was he the villain in
Don
that one?
Johnson was in it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, that one. The Boy. This individual was also directed The Boy. I've certainly heard of
Yes.
The Boy. I've never seen The Boy. Have you, Baron?
I've not seen The Boy, no.
It's meant to be rather good. It has its audience, absolutely. The Devil Inside. I've heard of that one as well.
Yes.
And Stay Alive rings a bell. So, William Brent Bell is certainly in the game. For those on YouTube, the artwork behind this, yes, the
Yeah.
promotional artwork, the production design, we'll get into that. It's a very folk horror aesthetic for those listening,
Yes.
with a very contemporary, almost kind of graphic novel like look to the art, a twist to it. Yeah, if
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fair
yeah.
to say.
Yep.
Um, this is like the Wicker Man meets Kill List. Have you ever seen Kill
Ah,
List, Baron? Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah. You
Yes.
get me?
I get that. He William Brent Bell also has got a film coming out, or maybe it may already be out. It's a werewolf film just called Were, WER, that I want to track down. It looks really good.
I have heard of that. I have heard of that. Okay. Before we go into any more details, general thoughts, Baron, of William Brent Bell's Lord of Misrule from 2023, their children.
Yes,
Yeah,
I quite enjoyed it. It was visually very pretty.
yeah.
The sound design was good. The acting was excellent. The setting was beautifully chosen, and the casting was very well done. Especially Ralph Ineson as Jocelyn. Other people will know him from he played Galactus in the new Fantastic Four film, but he was also in Frankenstein, Nosferatu, and he will be in Werewolf, which obviously
Ah,
forward to.
he's the father in The Witch as well, the
Yeah,
Witch.
the
Yeah,
Vitch,
yeah, yeah.
correct.
No, he is fantastic. He's obviously classically trained
Oh yeah,
British man of the
yeah,
stage and all that. Yes, definitely. But he can play a villain as well, which he yeah shows in this.
yeah, very good.
Ruffles his dark feathers definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, a man, but the proper type of villain, a man who believes he is correct,
yeah,
convicted, yeah,
yeah,
in
yeah.
his own morality, even how twisted it is. So this is contemporary Eng English
Yes.
production, thank you.
Yep.
Folk horror.
Yep.
Um, and the kill list, why throw that in there for those who know that film? That next, that's up there in top folk horrors for me. That
It's
movie's
very good.
fantastic. It's the ending. It's the ending of this, which is reminiscent of the kill list, yeah? And the shock value, it's up to you. It's up to you. I think the kill list wins, but that doesn't take away from it. I'm just trying to it's an ending that's worth building to and worth
Oh, yes,
watching the film for, certainly,
correct.
because the protagonist, I don't have the actor's name. This is what do they call her? Lady Vicar, Miss Vicar?
Yeah, she gets a couple of different names
Hmm.
throughout. She is Tuppence Middleton. Her character she's playing is Rebecca Holland. This is her first horror thing.
Okay, interesting. And imagine the Vicar of Dibley has come to one of those scary folk horror towns, but
Yeah,
an
yeah,
American version. Yeah. Because
yeah,
she's very sweet, she's very loving, open to the town.
yeah.
Catholic, she's, yeah, straight up
No,
Catholicism.
Anglican,
Anglican, thank you.
because she's
Thank you.
married. She's married. She's got a kid.
Those details are important.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
So
no, no, she was.
Church of England. Church of England is probably, I think, the correct term. But yeah,
Okay, yeah, no, that would be because when this started, I was really hoping that I was like, because it was getting more into the film and building up, the details, and we hadn't struck on the fact that she's an Anglican and they're straight up
oh
pagan.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
almost
yeah.
druidic, yeah,
Very, very
with these
much so.
practices, yeah.
Saturnalian.
Boom. That's it. Absolutely. And we'll get into that when we get to the festival. Yeah.
Yep, correct.
Um, there and there was no conflict. No conflict had been raised. Yeah,
No,
the obvious conflict, the card that needs to be put on the table. But our man, what was the actor's name? Who's in the Vivitch, etc.
Ralph Ineson.
When he is in church and she asks everyone to pray, and then he goes, no. It's like,
Yeah,
boom, there it is.
yep,
There it is. So the
yeah,
writing's good. It's not
yep,
perfect. This isn't, it's not winning awards or anything, but it's fairly solid, the
yeah,
sequence of events and the conflict that builds. My only question is, when you consider the end without giving it away, my question to you, Baron, this is my only real critique.
yep.
Uh, why was she there? The other people have come to say on the Wicker Man to that island. Yes, it was there. There was a cop. Yeah. Other folk horrors have shown people were running away from the mainland. Oh, it's
Yep.
far worse. You can't run away from your problems, etc. Why did she come there? And well, not necessarily that. It was more when she got there, there was no real conflict with her faith within herself. There was an antagonism from the village, excuse me, towards her. But if there was more of a kind of a conflict with her own faith, when you get to the end, when that how shall I put it? When the
I
chain,
I don't know that I'd call it antagonism from the village immediately. I would call
not
it
immediately, no. Yeah,
there
yeah,
was an element of discomfort, and it wasn't until later in the film that the antagonism came to the front.
absolutely. Because there's the culture shock in the
Yeah.
classic folk horror way, where
That's a
there's
good way of
just
putting it. Culture
yeah,
shock's a good way to put it.
yeah, just these little oddities of behavior and all these little curios which are not or not quite appropriate found in shops and jars and
Yeah,
grinning ladies that laugh and cackle together at the random and inappropriate moments. Yeah,
yeah,
the two Simpson Marge Simpson sisters from hell. Yeah, when we get there.
yeah,
When we get there. Um, yeah, yeah. But and so just to get back to what I was saying, at the end, if there had been that conflict within herself, then the choice she had to make would have held more weight. I think it would
yeah,
have had more, depth to it.
yeah,
But at the same time, the relationship with the husband, I think they were trying to hint towards that in the domestic sphere. They were
yeah.
unsatisfied. Not this isn't Nosferatu, it's not in a sexual way or anything, but they don't love each other anymore. Basically, you can see it's becoming frayed at the end because
Yeah.
he isn't there, and they're not there they're not there for each other in the way that each other expect, and that just builds. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I would agree. I'd agree. There's definite friction at the start, and the friction gets worse throughout.
Mhm.
Um, yeah,
Um, yeah. So that's my only critique. What do you think? Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, look, it's a fair critique of the film. I think maybe some tightened writing could have gone well towards that. Um, I think it was longer than it needed to be. I think there was probably only about
Mm.
45 minutes worth of story.
Yeah, you reckon? Yes, no, you're right. You're right. There was padding. There was definite padding
Yeah,
with the little ritualistic behavior of the village
yeah,
folk
yeah.
and such. Yeah, yeah.
So it was stretched, and that might be part of your quibble there as well. They threw stuff in that then didn't feel genuine.
Yes, there was a definite preponderance on the production design, but I didn't mind that because I love production design.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong.
And
Beautiful movie.
when you get it right, when the aesthetic pleases me, I can forgive a lot.
Yeah.
But at the end, it was like, yeah, what her character needed to be more fully fleshed out. Yeah. Our protagonist there, because the choice was huge. But I guess then we could say you mentioned Saturnalia. Do you want to speak to that a little and reflect it to the I had it up there. What was it? The Christmas tradition of
Yeah.
the Lord of Misrule?
Yeah. So we'll put in a little bit of a backhanded Baron's crypto psychology corner.
Beautiful.
So for those people out there that are thinking maybe the Lord of Misrule in this is created for the film, it's not. It's a Middle Ages figure. It was also known as the Abbot of Unreason in Scotland. It comes from France, the Prince of something in France.
The
It's a
Prince, Prince Dessots. French people, I'm
Dessots.
sorry.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
Someone in the village would generally get called to play. There would be during Saturnalia, they would have this festival, which you see in the film. Someone would play the role of the Lord of Misrule or Prince des Sorts. Um, and for a while in England, it was abolished. Like they said, no, you're not allowed to do this. We're a good Christian nation. You can't be having all of this pagan, getting all this not nasty pagan stuff all over our Christian stuff that came from pagan stuff originally.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But and that's from the Celtic land and German Teutonic traditions as well. Go
Yes.
back and listen to the old church music back in the 1200s, 1300s, etc. Yeah, a lot of our Christmas carols are related to that stuff. Yeah, yeah. White people just take stuff and they just
Yeah,
flip it and
it's
flip it and
Christmas
flip it.
stuff.
It's ours now.
Yeah, but historians have said that it probably goes back to Roman times. Um,
Yeah.
like
Um,
Saturnalia. Yeah. So the Lord of Misrule has its propers for the mythology that they used in the film, which is great. It's good to see someone stick like with the Dybbuk stuff in
yeah.
Killer Sofa. Like Killer Sofa, ridiculous
Yeah.
film,
Okay.
loved it to bits, but they still used the actual mythology, which I loved. And they did that in this. They used the actual mythology, which is great.
Yeah, it just grounds it. It gives it more of a serious tone, a bit of reason behind it. Yeah. And what's good about it, like basically, because it was the Christian tradition of Lord of Misrule with Saturnalia, which is basically a big Roman orgy in the
Yeah,
streets. Yeah.
yeah,
Look up Saturn, what Saturn actually represents.
yeah,
And but so it's like a formal tradition, socially accepted behavior
yeah,
done by everyone in the village or the town, whatever.
yeah,
But the actual history behind it and the purpose of those rituals in the past, they can bleed through time
yeah,
into, acceptable behavior that practice to this day. And that's what is portrayed in this film quite lovely because they create their own type of Saturnalia by blatantly stating the worship to Lord of Misrule. Does that make
yeah,
sense? Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, because
I will.
things go dark in a celebratory fashion.
Oh yeah,
That's all
yeah.
I'll say for now. Yeah.
I
Baron,
will
please.
call out the writer Tom DeVille. Tom DeVille did an excellent job. I thought the writing was great. He's known for a TV series in the UK called Stan Lee's Lucky Man.
Okay.
He wrote episodes of Lex and he wrote an episode of Hannibal, the TV series.
Hannibal, again,
Mm.
my favorite of all time, and Lex is a perverted, wonderful piece of sci-fi
Really
work.
good.
It is. Do not show young people their older children.
Yeah.
But yeah, check it out if you haven't. The Canadians can come up with some crazy stuff. Yeah,
So you
please.
brought that
Okay.
up. So I found a 5-star review. So this one says, we honestly have a very, very good film that is extremely well made, well acted, and with a fantastic folk horror atmosphere. In my lowly and wretched opinion, the best I've seen since the original Wicker Man. That's a big call.
That's a big
Uh,
bloody call.
it
Yes.
is a very big call. It does have elements of the Wicker Man, which I enjoyed.
It
The
does.
one-star review. Oh, sorry, go on.
It's Shirley Jackson's The Lottery is the overall meta, archetypal narrative,
Yeah,
structure
yeah, yeah.
behind this. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
please, yeah.
The 1-star review that I found was, I was looking forward to this for months. Great cast, smashing trailer, but I was so disappointed. It was a badly made mishmash of every movie that features any village folklore. That's unfair. But instead of creating something new, this just stole snippets from so many good films. I don't agree. Uh, I think this was its own thing. I think the fact that they stuck to the mythology and kept it whole was really good. I will say
Hmm.
though, if you want to see a superior version of this, in my opinion only, Reese Shearsmith and Steve Pemberton did a show called Inside Number Nine. I think it was in season 7. They did a show called an episode called Mr. King. It is an excellent version of this, and it's only like half an hour. It is really good. So,
Okay.
children, if you liked The
Mm,
Wicker Man, seek out Mr. King. See Series 7 of Inside Number 9.
fantastic, fantastic. Beautiful work there, Baron, as I've got the information here. I'll just enlarge it for my need of glasses eyes. All right, so Lord of Misrule, their children will be available to rent or buy on digital at Apple TV, Prime Video, Google TV, YouTube, Fetch, that's in Australia, Foxtel, Australia, Sky Store, New Zealand, and Neon, New Zealand. Own it on DVD at JB Hi-Fi and Sanity from February the 4th.
Fourth. Yep, I've got
Yeah,
that
so
here.
there you go. Okay, cool. Is there anything else on here that needs to be mentioned? No, we are
So
good.
we can't post this until the 2nd of February.
Yeah, that was the date I was going to say there. Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
absolutely. Yeah, no, 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 no. I'm just agreeing. Snap, snap.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, so definitely check it out. It will come to streaming later on, but as we always say, do support.
I think
Yeah,
the best that I can encapsulate this is it feels like a modern Hammer.
yeah, that's a good way to put it as well. Definitely, yeah. Pulls from that influence and that history
Yeah.
without, copying, being a copycat at all. No, I liked it. I liked it. By the end of it, I was like, yeah, no, that's good. That's satisfying. I did not waste my time.
Yeah.
And my folk horror fiend was fed.
Yeah.
Definitely, because I'm a fan of the genre. Are you a fan of folk horror?
Yeah. Love it.
Imagine so, just in general, yeah. Um,
Especially if they stick to mythology, like they've done with this, where they pick a mythology and they stick to it and they don't alter it, so that way you can go, no, that feels real. So all of the characters in this felt real, their reactions felt real. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it.
Now, Ben Wheatley, I think, is the best exponent of modern, more contemporary folk horror. I mentioned Kill List. Kill List was amazing. Their children, basically, it's like an English gangster kitchen sink become folk horror at the end, but the way it becomes these things and changes, you do not notice until you're just shocked at the ending, going, what? It's, yeah, it's
Yeah.
seamless in my opinion. Uh,
Oh,
he has
he's directed an episode of Generation Z. Nice.
He also did a field, and now after that, there was a field in England. A field in England is a black and white mushroom trip set in English. Where are they fighting? I think it's the English versus the Scots, maybe. So we're talking 15. century, 16th century, if I'm right.
I think so.
But yeah, just in a giant field, and they're trying to find their way out of the field. But they take mushrooms accidentally because they're hungry. But then there's might be something else in the field. But it's
Yeah.
just, and there's the way they're able to capture the mushroom trip through the lenses. It's immaculate. It's incredible. And in the Earth, I'm not sure if I've even seen that one, but the years of those are 2011 to 2013 to 2021. In the Earth was one of those capture field audio, hear stuff out in nature, stuff starts to go wrong and dark. Yeah, I saw half of it. I've got to finish it. That's right. He's the best thing since The Wicker Man. Who did The Wicker Man? Who directed that?
The original, not the Nick Cage one.
Yeah, we need to know that. We need to save
Yeah.
that.
I think that's
It's on
information I
me.
did have in my head. So it was Edward Woodward and Christopher Lee were in it. The 1973 Wicker Man, I am vamping here, was directed by Robin Hardy.
Okay,
Robin
there you go.
Hardy also did not a lot. Robin Hardy only directed The Wicker Man, The Fantasist, and The Wicker Tree.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Okay. I'd be interested. Have you seen the other two?
No, but I'd be interested in seeing them given how much I enjoyed the 1973 Wicker Man.
Yeah, yeah. Very curious. Um, yeah, for me, it's like The Wicker Man and then Midsummer,
Yeah.
and interspersed with the trilogy I just, laid out there by Ben Wheatley.
I mean,
Uh,
for me, Ben Wheatley is the guy that did the Meg 2.
yeah, yeah, he also did that. He also did that as well, which was just bizarre. Was it any good
Yeah, I enjoyed
in
it.
terms of that sort of film?
Based on a pulp series of novels. There's
Mm.
seven, I think, seven or eight in the series. No doubt we will it's either stopped at the Meg 2 or we will get all seven eventually.
Yeah, and the young boy who I live with will be very happy as he reads the books, not only watches the movies, he reads the
Yeah, yeah.
books, which is very
But
cool.
there's a TV series that came out last year or the year before called Generation Z. It's a UK series. I'm watching it at the moment. There's a chemical leak outside a care home, and the pensioners that are living there get a good big snootful of it, and they become zombies basically. And it's a
Okay,
zombie apocalypse that starts in an old age home.
interesting.
So yes.
Now, you're aware of the unholy trinity of folk horror?
Oh, well, I'm probably aware of the individual films, but which
You
films are
will
we talking
be. Okay, just for a grouping here while we're talking trilogies and folk horror, we have Witchfinder General from
about?
1968, The
Yep,
Blood on Satan's Claw, 1971, and of course, The Wicker Man,
yep.
1973.
Three.
Witchfinder General stars, of course, Vincent Price. He
Yep,
plays Matthew Hopkins, that
does.
lovely, delightful
Yeah.
individual of the past.
Funnily
And,
enough,
and I've never seen Blood on Satan's Claw. Sorry, after you.
I was going to say, I just finished last night reading a Dynamite comic, which is Elvira meets Vincent Price, and the ghost of Vincent Price throughout changes into various versions of Vincent Price from his various films, and one of the central ones is the Witchfinder. So yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. Love me some Price. What are we rating this film? Shall we do that?
Yes, we should.
Yeah, yeah,
I think it loses points for me because it was too long for the amount
yeah,
of story that it had.
yeah. You don't
Uh,
want
I think I'm going to give it a 3.5.
fair, fair. Why it loses point, excuse me, why it loses points for me is because it never explored the internal world of our protagonist.
Yeah,
So it's got to lose a point there, but it was satisfactory. I did enjoy the visuals a
yeah,
lot, like a
yeah.
lot. I'm going to give it 3.75
Okay.
because Rupert Innes,
Ralph Innocent.
almost had it, Ralph Ineson. Fantastic. Really enjoyed his performance. Yeah. He was
And
always happy when he came onto the screen. After you?
he was very good. His son also plays his son in the character's son in the film.
Uh, and the two young girls, we had Grace and was her name Briar?
So we had
The
Grace
little,
Holland was Evie Templeton. She's been in Wednesday and Return to Silent Hill. And we had
okay.
Uh, Bryony, I think it was Bryony.
Bryony makes
Alex Goodall
sense.
as Bryony Furley. She was also in
Okay.
Lockwood and Co., which was a unfortunately cancelled TV series that was really good.
One of them, like American Gothic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, I love that show.
If you know, if you know, you know. If you were there, you were there. Yeah.
Sheriff Lucas Buck.
That little kid, his eyes. Yeah.
Yeah,
What was
and
this?
both of them ended up in NCIS shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guy
Yeah.
that played Sheriff Lucas Buck is now the head of normal NCIS, and the kid ended up in NCIS New Orleans.
And this is back when they didn't cancel shows. This is well before Netflix children.
Yeah, I
Even
mean, Deep
anyone even
Space
knew what
Nine didn't
Netflix.
get good until the third season.
Hmm. 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 Yeah, yeah. Think about that. Think about if you cancelled Buffy.
Yeah,
I mean, I mean, what?
that is coming back.
Anyway, yeah, that is true. They all come back now anyway. So, bu-
Actually, the biggest horror film of all time, Beverly Hills Chihuahua 3, Viva La Fiesta.
so
Have you-
Escape Manor, um, Evil Corp. What's happening? What's happening? Is anything? Have a look at Evil Corp. They're doing something wacky for Valentine's Day. Maybe it's
Okay.
horror speed dating.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
quote me because I heard this a while ago, but if it's still happening, check it out. There'll be lots of lovey-dovey stuff at Escape Manor, of course. Uh, yeah, I'll throw this out there, even though I'll never forgive you for not giving me a role. Joking, of course. Ipswich Little Theatre, Shawshank Redemption. The
I
tickets are
saw the
live
promo
and
for that.
up now. Yep. So get yourself a ticket because likely chance of selling out for this one is the Shawshank Redemption. It's King's
Yeah,
most famous work, and it's basically based on the most popular movie of all time.
yeah.
Yeah, so definitely get your tickets. And anything else? Anything else? That's yeah, I can't think of anything else. I mean, it's
I've
all
got one more.
yes.
For Improv Queensland on the 12th of February, we will be doing a return show of the Sex Fashional at the Pip Theatre in Milton. So keep an eye out for
Okay,
that.
okay. Can you let me know about that? Because I do
I
want
will.
to go to that one.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely. Because Gabby, is there as well. Shout out. Oh, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's time.
Yeah, check out what we've got going on at the moment. The King special is happening. We have the artwork. We've even got a video clip. The
Nice.
history will be done soon. So yes, that will come. And as soon as the new dairy season drops, we will be there, of course. Yes, because I do want to bring up the debate and for the others on the pod. Uh, I do want to have the debate old versus new with it, yeah, in full scale.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
proper debate because I think it's debatable. I
yeah.
do think it's debatable. Yeah, no, not in a disrespectful fashion, but I definitely think it's debatable. And Baron, anything you want to throw out there?
No, I'm all done.
To finish, shall
Yeah,
we?
yeah.
Okay, go finish your popcorn, Baron.
Go to bed, children. Go to bed.
Oh, I love it when you're evil. This is me at my most evil.